Okay, we are well into the second half of the year right now, so once again we need to take a look back at all the best imports for the Switch of this year so far. It's been a great 6 months and I've got a feeling it's only going to get better. In just 6 months we've had 39 games with English, but only available in Japan and Asia, so let's take a look. And just a reminder that this list is correct at the time of writing. Things can and probably will change for a couple of these games. I'm sure some low print company may snap up 1 or 2 of these games in the future, so please keep that in mind before you make your purchase. A Train is a great little train management sim, the latest in a long ass series that the West has rarely gotten. Build your train line and then the city around it. Very specialized game, more for the nerd, such as myself. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's great for what it's setting out to do. The box art is really quite cute too, and thankfully, the Japanese version has English. Aria Chronicle is a recent release in Japan. This is a JRPG with some randomized dungeon crawling to go along with it. It has a really nice art style and it's made by just one dude as far as I'm aware, so that is impressive enough. I was hoping to review it, but I was on vacation at the time, but I hope to pick this one up sometime in the future. The Atelier Mysterious Trilogy was a fantastic import earlier this year, expensive but very much worth it. With 3 massive JRPGs on 1 cartridge, this Asian release with 3 of the charming games in the Atelier series, this is a must-have import for JRPG fans. Check out my review for more information. It ain't cheap, but just like the title from last year, the Dusk Trilogy, it's a big time import, one of the best of the year so far. Bakumatsu Renka Shinsengumi is a remake of a PlayStation 2 visual novel. I personally don't have too much to say about this, not my area. It's an otome, meaning a girl dating dudes, but the visual novel community seem to think highly of it. And this Japanese physical is the first time it's been released officially in English. The Blaster Master Zero Trilogy isn't even out yet, but it's out like next week or the week after, so I thought I'd include it here. This is the 3 games in the Blaster Master reboot series that everyone pretty much adores. 3 together on 1 cartridge, unlike the limited run release in North America, which sold them on separate cartridges for the big bucks. So this is much better value. There's even a collector's edition available in Japan and Asia with English. Before we go any further, and before you leave a comment saying, where on earth can I buy these delicious physical games from? Well, look no further than the links below in the description and the pinned comment. I've kindly put all the games and their purchase links there. If you use those links, then it also massively helps support this series ever so much. We do earn a little bit from each purchase you make, so you guys are always amazing and fantastic in your support. Plus, in return, if you use our links, you can also get a very nice 5% off if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, while checking out on Play Asia for 5% off any physical item. And don't forget, we are halfway through July now, but this month is free shipping month for Play Asia, so don't miss out on getting free shipping anywhere in the world this month. Use our links, don't miss out. It's the best time to buy. You can save a lot if you have a wish list of games to get. Citizens Unite is a fine little package of 2 RPGs, one trying to copy Earthbound, another the Mario and Luigi RPGs. Very commendable indie games full of humor, and now they've been woven together to fit as one whole story, or they can be played separately too. Very unique idea for this release. Check out my review for a bigger lowdown on this fine little package. Clannad Side Stories is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a bunch of linear stories set within the main Clannad story, which is a legendary visual novel if you are unaware. This is one only for real fans of Clannad who can't get enough and need more. You really need to get the original first before you dive into this one. The Distraint Collection was put up for pre-order what seems like years ago, and well, it almost was, but earlier this year a miracle happened and it was finally in people's hands. This is a double pack of surreal horror adventure games, really weird to look at, but I've heard they're pretty good. Of course, as a Play Asia exclusive, I had to get it to make sure I have a full set. They still have a few left in stock, so don't miss out. Once they're gone, they're gone. Djungarian Story may be a code in a box, but what a code in a box it is. a simple hamster raising sim that doesn't offer too much in terms of content, but as a TV screensaver, watching your little hamsters roam about, play on the wheels, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say, to be honest. The box art is a masterpiece though, a wonderful piece of hamster insanity, and I love it. Check out my review. Yes, I did actually review this one, more for comedic purposes than anything else though. EDF. World Brothers is a fantastic action shooter, a spin-off of the well-loved Schlock franchise. It's fun if you go in with an open mind, finding all the unique characters to play as, blowing up voxel bugs. Check out the review from myself and Mayrin to see if it could be one for you. Both the Chinese and Southeast Asian versions have English, the Japanese one does not. Empire of Angels 4 is one of PlayAsia's exclusive releases. This is a tactical RPG that's actually more fun than the visuals may suggest. It features fantastic character artwork and solid tactical level design that's a great entry point if you want some strategy RPG with anime babes. It's not going to rock the world, but I did enjoy it to my surprise if you check out my review for more information. Fight of Animals is a schlocky fighting game where you play as ripped animals beating the crap up. Maybe I should say they wail on each other. This is not the kind of game you will ever see at EVO, but it is a cheesy fighter and surprisingly competent. There's a sequel coming later this year, which is also an import exclusive, at least at the time of writing. Asians can't get enough of animals fighting each other. Forward to the Sky is a simple action puzzle game. It's basically kind of like one Zelda dungeon wrapped into one game, and that's kind of the problem. As fun as it is a bit short, and even though I enjoyed it, it was difficult to fully recommend. It came in a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, which came with a nice acrylic stand, artbook and soundtrack CD, which is nice because the music is nice. Gorsd Dominus edition is a game I thought probably did not need a physical version, and yet here we are, and I'm glad that it did. This Asian exclusive is perhaps the funniest physical game out there. It's full of my weird kind of humor. The game itself is rather fun too, simple but fun, and includes content that is exclusive to the physical version. Grisaia Phantom Trigger Volume 1-5 is a pentapack. Is that even a word? I don't know, I've just made it up. Of 5 bite-sized visual novels from a studio known for high-quality visual novels. This is not a complete package, however, as the series is still going on. Expect a second volume to hit physically in the future, I would guess. If My Heart Had Wings was a pre-order last year, but was sent out earlier this year. This is another visual novel, another one that's high quality too. As a PlayAsia exclusive, there's a standard edition and a collector's edition, only the latter of which is still available, so don't miss out, this will be gone soon. Visual novel fans, you should pick this one up. Island is a sci-fi infused mystery visual novel with more twists and turns than a plate of spaghetti. You're washed up on the eponymous island, and you're thrust straight into a mystery between the 3 largest, most influential families on the island. We have a review for this if you want to know more about it, but visual novel fans, you'll want this one too. Legend of Mana is a fantastic import exclusive physical release. This is a remaster of one of the most beautiful PS1 games ever made. With a brilliant art style, it looks even more gorgeous remade on the Switch. This is an action RPG, one of the Mana series from Square. It's making the transition to the Switch just like so many of their other past titles, and this physical is limited to Asia, and there's a Japanese collector's edition, but that's only available on Square's personal website. Either way, this is an essential import. Please check out my review for more information as to why. Marchen Forest is quite possibly one of the weirdest games I've ever played, and I play some weird shit. It's a JRPG, kinda, but like 3 different games in one, as though the developer kept like changing their mind through development and then decided to mash them together. Check out my review to get some more clarity, but I think after 10 minutes of my review, I don't think I did a great job on that either. There's a standard edition as well as an incredible collector's edition which comes with a statue of the main character. Are you enjoying this list so far? Well, if you are, hit that subscribe button and that little bell to keep up to date with all the Nintendo physical Switch goodness. Muse Dash is a fantastic rhythm game, super colourful, with a palette like a packet of Skittles, lots of content, great gameplay, and a really cool collector's edition to go alongside the standard edition. I'm surprised this game isn't talked about as much as it should be, because rhythm fans need this in their collection. Neocab is one of One Print Games' latest releases. We had the honor of announcing their next 3 games, the first of which is out right now. You can get this from their website, which has exclusive little goodies with it, but you can just get the standard edition with a small amount available on Play Asia. This is a cool narrative-driven taxi mystery game. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is one of the finest imports you can get on the Switch. 3 brilliant action games in one package. I reviewed this bad boy and enjoyed every single second of my time with it. Decapitating ninjas in a fountain of blood, taking down choppers with a bow, and fighting techno dinosaurs, yes friggin' please. Action game fans need to import this bad boy, one of the best ever imports on the Switch, one of the most popular ever. Quest of Dungeons may look on the simplistic side, a little bit old school, but don't let looks fool you, you can really lay back and enjoy this dungeon crawler. This roguelike featured on our recent list of best roguelikes on the system, and the physical release is only available in Southeast Asia. Ringo, Ishikawa and Stone Butter is a double pack of life management / side-scrolling action games, perhaps channeling a little bit of the River City Ransom games. This is a nice value package of 2 games that are very popular with a certain sect of people, although it may not gel with everyone, but if you like the look of that great pixel art and attitude, it's fantastic. The first game was released physically in North America, the second game however was not. Rolling Gunner plus Overpower is a great shmup package. People have been gagging for this one physically for a long time. Well, it's now out in Japan in the standard edition as well as a collector's edition, which is a chunky old beast. Now we have received word that Strictly Limited are probably going to be doing this one for Europe at some point in the future, but this Japanese version is available right now, not in 2 years time, knowing Strictly Limited. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 is well on its way to becoming my most played Switch game of all time. Look out Animal Crossing, Breath of the Wild, Stardew, because this is digital crack for me. It's only available physically with English if you get the Southeast Asian version. No other physical has English. Take control of your feudal lord of choice and try to take the throne of China. So much customization and endless replayability, I just love it. I know it's not for everyone, but I've lost 100 or so hours to this already, and apparently I can't get enough of seizing power. Look out Juan and James. Despite only being out a few weeks, SaGa Frontier is already one of the most popular imports of all time. As you may have seen in the video I made not too long ago about the top 20 most popular ones. This is a great classic JRPG that originally released on the PS1. It's very unique, very likable, great battle system, great music, interesting story flow, and those old school chunky pre-rendered graphics. Oh, I love it. Check out my review of this absolute essential. Samurai Jack did get a release in North America via limited run, but for those not graced with being born in the land of the free, then the Japanese physical release is a more accessible version to go with. This is a surprisingly decent licensed tie-in of a well-loved animation. Scourgebringer is one of Play Asia's exclusive releases, sadly completely sold out already. But anyways, this is an action game that has the essence of Dead Cell in its smooth combat mixed with the fluidity of Celeste in its movement. Can't get many better comparisons than that. Hopefully you ordered yours in time before it sold out. Don't hang about with these Play Asia exclusives, guys. SD Gundam G Generation Crossrays Platinum Edition is a sort of a Game of the Year edition of the base Crossrays game. This is a strategy RPG that fans of Gundam will adore, and this package contains the Season Pass and DLC with it for such a tasty price. Check out my review of the original game to get a real taste of what it's all about. It's one of the most popular imports of all time. SD Gundam G Generation Genesis was the first SD Gundam game on the Switch. However, this year it was finally released in English. It's older and perhaps slightly less enticing than Crossrays, but it's still fantastic if you need more great strategy game with style in your life. This definitely got lost in the shadows of Crossrays as they released on the same day, but do not sleep on this one. Sense is one of Play Asia's exclusive releases. This was one of their more popular titles as it did sell out rather quickly. This is a horror adventure game. I thought it was pretty good in my review, and this cartridge has the fully patched version on it. That's a nice touch. Silver Star Japan Table Games is really the lowest of the low when it comes to imports so far this year. Why? Well, this package of 4 cheap ass games, only one of them has English, and it's the cheapest, crappiest, bottom of the barrel lookingest one of them all, the chess game, one for only the most hardcore of collectors out there. Soccer Club Life is the Japanese name for New Star Manager, a popular footy management game where you have more influence on the game than its contemporaries. If you want a football management game but on a cartridge, then look no further than this little obscure import. Steam Prison is an Otomi visual novel featuring really nice artwork, but we don't have a whole lot to say about this one. It's not really our expertise, but the visual novel community seem to rate it rather highly, enough to be recommended. Supermash is a genre mashup where you slam game genres together to create something horrific, a shmup as a platformer, or maybe a stealth game as an RPG. While the possibilities aren't exactly endless, what's here is wrapped up in a charming little story. This is available in a standard edition as well as a collector's edition. The Wanderer, Frankenstein's Creature, is a very artistic game, hardly full of thrills. This is more about the experience. It retells the story of the classic Mary Shelley novel in a very beautiful way. Expect a short but ponderous experience with beautiful artwork and incredible music. There's a standard edition, but there's also a collector's edition, which thankfully comes with a soundtrack CD, among some other nice little things. Trigger Witch is shaping up to be a great little twin-stick shooter with big elements of The Legend of Zelda thrown in. This physical is a Play Asia exclusive, and I'm hoping to get a review done for it in the near future. But like most Play Asia exclusives, they tend to be on the positive end for me. There's going to be a standard edition as well as a collector's edition, and depending on when this video goes out, it may be up for pre-order right now, or maybe in a few days. We'll have to see. I don't know when I'm releasing this video, guys. If you love anime babes and mech shooters, then perhaps take a look at Wing of Darkness. This is a simple but fun aerial combat game that is heavy on story. This won't rock everyone's world, but if it ticks your boxes, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this in its standard edition or collector's edition. It's a little on the short side, about 3-4 hours my first run through, but if you enjoyed the challenge of higher difficulties, then this has a few more legs for you. Check out my review for more info about this. So guys, which ones do you have in your collection? Which ones do you plan on adding? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to use our links if any of them take your fancy, and so you can help drive this channel forward. We wouldn't be here without you. And thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, Goda Resin, Boombox, Brett McLean, Jonathan Rumor, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, J Cross 7776, Elisa, Punky Dooster, Michael Del Polito, Cigar Trucker, Cartoon Soren, Jack Severus, Velos, and Robotech, plus you. Yes, you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, you must be an imports fiend too. Give me a fist bump in the comments so I know who you are. Here are some of our other stuff, some good old physical Switch goodness. We'll see you guys over there. Have a good one.